Well, a third person has now pleaded guilty to federal charges connected to the death of Carl DeBrodie.
KRCG 13's Gracie Matisse joins us in the studio with more information on the case.
Good morning. That newest person is Anthony R. Flores, who's been charged with the death of Carl DeBrodie, a developmentally disabled man who was found dead in a Fulton storage facility, partially encased in concrete. Anthony R. Flores pleaded guilty to falsification of records in a federal investigation, according to a plea agreement. Flores worked at Second Chance Homes where DeBrodie lived. According to the plea deal, Flores helped to move a heavy wooden crate into a Fulton storage unit and lied that he saw DeBrodie at a barbecue in April 2017. DeBrodie was reported missing the day after the barbecue. His body was found encased in concrete in a Fulton storage unit later that month. Sherry, Paulo, and Anthony R. Flores pleaded guilty to charges in connection with DeBrodie's death in November. Anthony R. Flores could receive a maximum sentence of 20 years in prison.
Salvation Army officials say Columbia's homeless are in a life and death situation because of the recent cold temperatures. Billy Abear says he would be freezing on the streets if it weren't for the Salvation Army's Harbor House shelter.
I prayed to God that I'd get some help.
Billy Abear moved from Baton Rouge to Columbia. Billy was living at his girlfriend's parents' house. He broke up with his girlfriend. Now Billy wanders the streets of Columbia in search of a way back home to Louisiana. Sub-zero temperatures make life difficult and dangerous. Billy only owns the clothes on his back.
My hands are turning blue. My hands are getting real numb. My lips was numb. I was freezing. I had to stop every 5 minutes somewhere in like a store or a restaurant or something just to get warm. I mean, it's a pain. I mean, it's not the life I want anybody to have.
Billy is not alone. Harbor House operators are at maximum capacity. Columbia's Salvation Army shelter has enough room for about 80 people, including small children, during extremely cold conditions, by offering cots in addition to beds. Shelter workers say they need donations of winter clothing and other supplies.
Well, right now we need men's gloves. We can always use blankets and pillows specifically. Blankets in particular are a real necessity for this kind of weather. Personal hygiene supplies are always requested, always needed, regardless.
This is, of course, the worst kind of weather for a furnace failure.
KRCG 13's Jessica Hart today spoke with a heating and cooling specialist about preventative measures. She joins us in the studio with what she learned. Jessica?
Kermit, if you don't want to feel a cold breeze inside your home, AirServe Vice President and owner Rob Soxy has some advice on how to keep your furnace working. Soxy says you should only turn your thermostat down 2 or 3 or 4 degrees when you leave your home. This will help your furnace run more efficiently and will take less energy to reheat your home when you get back. Regular maintenance checks are one of the best things you can do, along with frequently changing your air filter.
Every 2 to 3 months, depending on the house. Usually the filters that you install will last that long. Again, though, if you live on a gravel road or your house is older and it's not as tight as what some of the newer homes are, you may have to change those sooner. If you have pets, you may have to change those sooner. But just keep an eye on it. I would say inspect it monthly, and as it gets dirty, just replace it with a new one. It could save you in the long haul.
If you live in an older home, one with aging pipes, Soxy says you can open your cabinet doors or put some sort of auxiliary heat near those pipes to help prevent them from freezing.